Hey, here we go. Suzanne and Monica here for Caregivers
Oh,
United. It is Saturday, and let's see, I think we're April 12th. Time
yeah.
sure flies when you're having fun, and both of us have had more than our share of situations, caregiving situations. So we're a little behind schedule here. But
Yes.
Monica has a big event today. She's going to a wedding. And tell us why going to a wedding is not going to be a relaxing event for you.
Oh. Um, so I'm on duty the entire time. And uh I'll be bringing my husband. Hopefully he'll be in his power chair, but it's I'll be watching him and taking care of him and making sure that he has what he needs. And as I was telling Suzanne previously, I've been to weddings before and they're wonderful to see. And I went to a bridal shower recently, and it hit me that, and I'm going to see this today as well. Here's a couple at the beginning of their relationship. And quite honestly, I get jealous because these are people who don't know what life and marriage can throw at you. Like when Barry and I got married, I had no clue that this would one day be our lives. And uh, sometimes it's hard to watch and be happy for other people when you're in the midst of everything that caregiving requires of you.
Yeah,
So it'll be very interesting because he's we've been out before, but never to a sustained event like this. And because Barry has a pressure wound at the base of his spine that it was open recently and I think it's closed. Um, that affects how long we can stay out because if he's in the chair for too long, it starts to hurt. And so while we're at the wedding, I'll be focusing on that too. What's his pain level like? Does he need to be tilted? Um, if I can get him out on the dance floor, moving around in his chair, that'll be great. I know it's going to help him seeing all these people come over and talk to him. As the caregiver, though, I'm kind of off to the side, always on duty, watching, always on, always on. Um,
making sure nobody comes over who's sneezing or coughing.
yes. Oh God, yes. Yeah, because any sort of um, because Barry's a quadriplegic, any sort of exposure to, let's say, cold or COVID or the flu could be absolutely disastrous. And that's been one of my biggest fears um, all along. And yeah, I hadn't even thought about the people being sick at the wedding. It's yeah. I mean, this is one of those times where I think as a caregiver, it's nice to step out of our normal day-to-day routine. We can get dressed up and go out and just be somewhere other than our house for a while, um, for a little bit. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it, but also very much on edge too.
Okay, so but you had to do a lot of pre-work to be able to
So
do this. So
yeah,
what are your
so
steps?
um, for the pre-work, we've been charging his power chair. Um, then we have to get him dressed. I had to get him a special pair of pants that have like a drawstring around the waist because if he's wearing something that's too tight around the waist, it could cause his nervous system to go haywire. Um, so we have his outfit picked out. I have to get let's see, the blood pressure cuff because we have to constantly monitor his blood pressure. And it's been running low lately. So Um, that is another concern. And then I have to get the pills for 6 o'clock, because we'll most likely still be at the wedding. He gets pills at certain times during the day. And then I have to bring the different pain pills because one might work and the other won't. But if the pain's really bad, then we have to try something. And then, of course, there's the oh, I don't even know what you want to call it, the collector of the contents of the catheter bag. Um, because he has a catheter, and I that's one of the things that always comes with us. If it gets full, I have to empty it and take it into the bathroom, which, let me tell you, out at public events can be interesting. I think I've gotten pretty good at um, crouching down and emptying it and then finding something to throw over my hands so that nobody knows what I'm carrying. I know what I'm carrying. Um, but this is all just part of what we have to do to um, go out as a caregiver and a care patient.
And then now, do you use a leg bag when you go out, or the bedside bag? You stay with the bed.
Bedside bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and I forgot, we have to bring the clothing protectors, which he wears whenever he eats, so that way the food doesn't get on his clothes. Um, and gloves, plenty of gloves, because oh, and I forgot also his blood sugar monitor because he's diabetic. So it's not a simple thing of, oh, hey, let's just get dressed and go to the wedding. It involves a lot of prep work. And while there, a lot of legwork. Um, Not that I'm complaining, it's just it's part of what goes along with this. It just preparation is key.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you have to rearrange your caregivers at home.
Yes, so he has a nurse during the day and then aides in the afternoon and overnight. And because I didn't realize we could have the caregiver go with us. Um, it's just he and I going to the wedding. So I had to call the caregiving agency and have them have his personal care aide come out 4 hours after she would normally start. Um, I love that we can bring the aide with us. It's a little awkward, I think, because I'm not used to that. I'm not used to having, I mean, he's been home for 3 months. And it's still getting used to having someone else here, um, helping him and helping me. And so yeah, we'll come home and the caregiver will be here, which will be nice. But even just loading him into the van takes preparation. I have to take all of our stuff out. We have a red emergency bag that I put the blood pressure cuff and the medicine and his insulin and all of that in. So I'll take that out to the van, and then I have to position it in the driveway so that the ramp can come down and I can wheel him up there. And then it takes, a couple minutes to strap him down. And oh yeah, and we also have to put on, there's a blue harness, I guess, if you will, that goes over his shoulders and around his waist. And he wears that so that way, when you're driving and you go around a curve or something, he could easily fall, not fall out of his chair, but get to the point where he could shift in his chair, and that really affects his comfort level. And then, getting him out once we're there, it's pulling up to the front of the venue, it's unloading him, pushing him inside, hopefully finding someone who can stay with him while I go park the van. Um, and then that should take us to the start of the wedding.
Yeah. Wow. That's a lot. That's
Yeah,
a lot. It's not just go out to the car and let's go.
not at all. not
No,
at all.
no, it takes a lot of planning and a lot of practice. As I was listening to you, I was thinking about the doctor who I fired in part because he asked me this one question. He said, "Do you resent your husband?" And I said, "Not at all. No, I don't resent Bob. I don't resent Bob for getting cancer. It wasn't something he deliberately did. I
Yeah.
resent the bladder cancer. I resent the
It,
complications that we're having, but I do not resent my husband, and I will take care of him as long
absolutely.
as long as he needs care. I will take care of him and I'll do everything for him. Am I frustrated? Yeah, I'm very frustrated. And I don't want to get into all of his complications today in this
Mhm.
particular video, but we'll talk about that later. Um, I resent the disease. I resent
Yes.
what it does to us, what it does to our family, what it does to our intimacy, what it does to our ability to just take off and go because we can't just take off and go.
It's possible to separate that. Like I don't resent Barry at all. His
Yeah,
quadriplegia, the wheelchair, absolutely.
yeah,
And because like his wheelchair, because it's a symbol of all of the new challenges in our life. I mean, it's also a symbol of his freedom because that's what allows him to get out of the house. But it's, as you said, Suzanne, it's incredibly frustrating because your life is changed forever. And as you said as well, I will always take care of him. I will do whatever it takes. I just resent the paralysis. I
yeah,
resent the accident.
yeah. Well, thank you for this. I hope you have as good a time as you possibly can.
Definitely.
I hope getting
Thank you.
out is good for you. I hope getting out is good for Barry. I'm sure it
Yeah.
is. I'm sure it is. I think Bob gets tired of seeing me all the time. And, it does him good to get out. So, um, thank you. We'll see y'all later.